business in India or a member of the administration.
I would imagine he met possibly because, he's running a company.
Trump pushed on how a foreign leader may know the difference.
Well, he's meeting with me in a little while, so I'm going to ask him that question.
So the Indian prime minister was also asked if they discussed any business. He would only say that he has known Elon Musk for a very long time, guys.
All right, Rachel, thank you so much.
All right, so that's that. Want to go, Gray?
Yeah, I think so. I read some articles. Some people, younger people, seem happy about what Trump is doing because they get some type of money to leave their job, so they feel like, oh, this is a once in a lifetime opportunity. I think the people that's there that saw this as a career and thought that they were going to retire from this, they're going to be the ones upset because of federal job, a state job, any job with the government is going to have a good benefits. You might not have good pay, but you're going to have good benefits.
Easy.
Yeah, on the flip side, this is going to affect a lot of veterans. I saw the Department of Veteran Affairs was definitely affected. That's going to slow down a lot of processing times. Anybody that has some kind of claim right now it's going to take longer because they're firing all these people that was doing these jobs. So, I don't know what he's doing, man. This is bad, man. Like, people losing a lot of paychecks, man. And how about these people that maybe have like college degrees and they just got these jobs? They said that they fired anybody that was in a prohibited, like, it's 2-year status. So if you haven't been there, for 3-4 years, you probably got fired. Like, this is crazy. These people are educated people. These ain't no idiot people. Like, these people got college education, bro. So I think it's sad, bro.
So I keep telling everybody, because I guess a lot of my friends and close people, I am the person to debate with since I'm the only Trumper. And what I've literally said is I'm giving it 2 years. So I really don't have an opinion right now. I'm just waiting to see. It can end up being a good thing or a bad thing. But I will play devil's advocate tonight since there's only 3 of us. So this is a business. America is a business. Government is a business. And in business, you have to make hard decisions. Sometimes you have to scale back. I could say that the government has been bloated. Like, there's been just jobs being given out just to give people jobs. Like the DEI sector. Like, I don't know if it takes, we got to pay somebody 50 to 100,000 to run a DEI department, So I will say, I do think there's a lot of bloat in government, and maybe it's not a bad thing. We have AI coming along now that's getting better. Maybe that's what Trump is trying to force. Sometimes when you put people in certain situations, they either gonna do or die. You know what I'm saying? So he could be doing this to make people innovative. Now that the government don't have a bunch of, warm bodies, 98.6 degrees just sitting around. Now the people that's in there that want to keep their jobs, now they got to compete and come up with ways to make the government efficient. So this could be a good thing. It seems bad, but people are resilient and people have a way of figuring things out.
And Vulgar, I have a question now. How would you feel if you was one of them employees that got fired? Be honest. I want you to be real honest, bro. It's heartbreaking, dog. You can't sugarcoat it. It's very heartbreaking, dog.
It's heartbreaking, but I've been through so many changes and things in my life that I just have to sit down and come up with a plan on how to move forward. I really don't sit, like, when it comes to changes in life, I don't really have emotion to that anymore. I get thrown things all the time, and I figured out I done lived in the street. I done lived in my car before. A lot of things have happened to me. And even in those, I find that in those times, I literally try to train my brain to be happy in the worst times. You know what I'm saying? So for me, it wouldn't bother me if I got laid off. Okay, this is not going to work. What's the next door I'm about to go through? And I would advise anybody that's watching this that may have been a part of those layoffs, don't sit in it. There are many things you can do to overcome. It's going to be hard, but you just got to sit down, hunker down, come up with a plan on how you're going to move forward.
So what I see from a lot of conservatives is they basically are happy because they saying all this has been a misuse of tax money, that they spending money on stuff that we don't need. Like one of the biggest things was they spent money on condoms, even though that wasn't true. That they spent money on condoms in Gaza. Like they're saying all this excess spending needs to be like curtailed, needs to be controlled. So my question to you, Volker, and you too, Easy, even though you didn't vote, you said you're gonna vote for Trump. Right. So
Whatever, yo.
if like to the American consumer, this money that they're saving is the expectations from MAGA that they're gonna take that money and give it to the American consumer, or is it just like, well, we don't want to just spend the money, like we going into debt? Like, what's the thought process on that?
I'll let you go, Easy.
Man, I don't know, bro. I gotta be honest with you. I don't know.
I mean, I feel like I have faith in Trump as a businessman. I know a lot of people say, "Oh, he had failed businesses." Most people who have businesses have failed. I'm telling you, to actually start a business and it hit the first time is like going to Vegas and hitting. You know what I'm saying? Most people you just don't see it. Like everybody has this Hollywood Disney World view of you just started and it's all magical. And like, no, you have to fall, get up again. First you don't succeed, dust yourself off and try again. It's just that we seen Trump publicly with, was it Taj Mahal and all the other things fail, but the man is a multi-billionaire now. He is successful, even when people want to dog him out. So I do have faith that he has a plan, a good plan, and he's pretty much using what he did with his own within America. And I agree, because all this is a business. To me, everything is a business. A marriage is a business, your relationships, everything is like how you do one thing is how you do everything. And it's really just put in a different body, you know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, but I want to say that this ain't no regular job. This is actually like a career jobs. You know what I'm saying? This ain't no Burger King down the street job. Like, bro,
I
people's
mean,
careers, like people had to have certain qualifications to get those jobs. Like you had to have such and such years in college and this experience and stuff like that. I mean, these ain't just like regular jobs you can just go apply for, anybody can get. You have to have certain qualifications to get those jobs.
no, I get that. And that's what any, as you climb the ladder, any job that's dealing with management or some specialized skill, yeah, you got to have something to get it. I don't think that mean anything. I had a really good contract with a Shurion in Nashville to help build a mechanic program when Biden did the Green New Deal and all that stuff a few years ago, and things started going up, prices started getting high. I don't know if y'all remember those layoffs in 22. I got my it was like a bunch of layoffs with a bunch of companies in like August of 2022. And they were hinting at a recession coming. I got my contract canceled. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't really cry over spilled milk. I just had to move forward and take the severance they gave me and flip it. You know what I'm saying? That's just a part of life. Like, I don't see I think people are publicizing what Trump is doing more than usual, but all presidents do layoffs and bring in their own cabinet. So I just think, yeah, people are sensationalizing it. The media is really going with it. Why? So they can keep y'all in y'all emotions and keep y'all watching their commercials so everybody get paid.
Now, I have one more quick thing before we go to the next subject. But I mean, I'm not tripping about the layoffs really. I'm tripping about the amount. I mean, that was a large amount of people. It was 200 something thousand, right? Like, bro, that's not 10, 15, 20. That's 220, whatever the number was. Like, y'all, bro, come on, man. It's crazy.
I mean, but the thing is, I hope they did an assessment. Is a lot of this stuff really needed, especially when we have technology now?
Bro, that's almost 250,000 people, bro.
And
Like,
and
come
that
on, bro.
and that's what I was gonna bring up to y'all, not to like keep carrying on, but do y'all think that's what Elon Musk's plan is, to like replace these people with AI?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
taking
why
over.
not?
Yeah.
Everything is about efficiency, not people's emotions, not their well-being. It's really about efficiency at the end of the day. Like, I know a lot of people's feelings are hurt. Here in KC, there's like on Facebook, a few of the people I follow, they do a lot of agriculture stuff, like community gardens and stuff. And I guess a lot of that was being subsidized by the USDA. And all I see on my timeline is where I guess they got a letter from Elon and they cut the funding to it.
Wow.
And, I know they're emotional, so I haven't responded. But my initial thought was, this is why we must fund our communities ourselves. Bringing it back to Black people, we got to figure out ways to come up with our own money, our own funding. I think the lesson here is we shouldn't be looking to the government for everything, because guess what? It could be pulled from under you. That's why I don't want reparations, because I feel like if the government gives you something, if you're relying on it, they could pull that rug from under you at any time. Anything from the government should be temporary. Like even your job, you work for the government, you should be putting away 20-30% everything you make, live under, put it away, because you don't know. Like, you got every 4 years you can have somebody different come in office, so your job is never secure. This could have been happened. People just got comfortable. I think the good thing about Trump is he making people realize you can't be this comfortable. What Future say? Don't get too comfortable. I mean,
don't get too comfortable. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's exactly what he said.
Anything else? Or?
You go to the next clip.
All right. Let me see what I got in the bag.